Which manufacturing plant is more efficient and productive, and more likely to retain its people? Would US workers rather have a better boss or better pay? What's one of the biggest reasons people leave their jobs or say they're dissatisfied? Obviously, a company has a lot riding on how well its leaders lead. That's why a lot of companies promote their best workers into leadership roles. They assume that a person who excels at doing the work will excel at leading others to do great work. In reality, something else happens. High-performing workers often are mid to low-performing leaders. They really don't know how to lead others, and their ineffectiveness can lead to a wide range of problems. That's why we created the Leadership Development System, a proven process for creating a sustainable leadership culture. The process helps to ensure leaders become and remain productive and effective. When those high performers become leaders, lots of times they struggle with workers who aren't as good as they were. We may hear things like, "I just don't get it. Why can't they do it? I can do it. This person over there can do it. What's their problem?" These leaders lack intentional skill and ability to interact with people in a way that holds people accountable and helps them maximize their productivity, their performance, or their development. These leaders also may not know exactly how to maximize the engagement and productivity of their high-performing workers. For instance, we might hear them say, "Well, I've never needed feedback. I just don't understand why people who work with me need feedback." They use their own self as the barometer for what others should need from them. In the end, companies end up with average and below-average performers who become disenchanted with how they're being treated, and high performers who feel their leaders aren't giving them acknowledgement or attention or direction. Maybe you've already identified leadership development as an important human capital priority. The big question then is, how do you go from identifying the need to making sure your investment in leadership development pays off? The Leadership Development System promotes 5 overarching principles. First, create a leadership culture. Imagine all of your leaders at all levels carrying the same set of leadership tools. For instance, when a frontline supervisor goes to a manager for support, the manager can coach from a common language, skill set, and approach. This consistency across leaders enhances development, helps the supervisor know how to apply what was learned, and then, long-term, transforms a collection of trained leaders into a sustainable leadership culture. Leaders equipped with differing leadership tools tend not to speak the same language or embrace the same approach, making it difficult to move forward together. Next, focus on the long term. Find a partner who brings a set of skills and a way of thinking and talking about leadership that resonates with you, and then walk the journey with them. Allow your leaders to become adept at using their leadership tools until the approach becomes ingrained in your culture and woven into your company's systems. Involve leaders of leaders. Coaching by leaders after training increases the transfer of learning significantly. Leaders of leaders help ensure your company maximizes its investment in the leadership development system by making sure participants are attending workshops and coaching sessions, preparing for their coaching sessions, and applying their new skills on a day-to-day basis as they lead their people. Create shared responsibility for the key participants. The trainer has to teach and coach in an effective, engaging manner. The participating leader must commit to learning and implementing the training. And the leader of the participating leader has to support and reinforce the leader's participation. And employ a system approach. Unlike an event-based approach, a system approach contains a number of components that work together over time to help ensure effective leadership habits become second nature. Leadership development pays off when you follow a long-term, system-oriented approach. Fast and easy does not work. Invest in making leadership systemic. For participants in the leadership development system, all aspects of development occur within an environment of learning, reinforcement, measurement, and community, where leaders can interact with other leaders. The system allows for collaborative design. It's built to account for unique nuances that your company might face. 12 workshops make up the learning portion of the system. Coaching rounds out learning. This critical aspect of the system is often the most popular. Reinforcement includes success assurance tools, simple visual reminders that keep the language and tools top of mind. Leaders of leaders ensure participants fulfill their responsibilities. Learning technology tools simplify access to learning and reinforcement. Participating leaders receive a mobile app. They can access workshop content to review the skills, models, and processes they're learning about. Each workshop is available in an e-learning course. Here's where it helps. To make up for missed content, because busy schedules sometimes prevent workshop attendance. To bring remote leaders into the process. And to overcome logistical challenges when facilitator-led workshops are just not an option. In this scenario, leaders acquire skills through e-learning, then participate in coaching sessions via conference. This maintains crucial interaction with a facilitator or leadership development expert. The measurement component ensures and measures success. For this to work, the senior team must be ready to support your commitment, and your company must have the bandwidth to partner with us to ensure we're getting measurable results. 360-degree feedback assessment lets leaders gather feedback from their employees and their peers, and of course, their own leaders at the beginning of the process as well as at the back end of the process. From there, we can measure the progress made. Community provides leaders the opportunity to reach out to other leaders. For instance, to run ideas past them or get opinions on a particular leadership challenge. American businesses waste more than $144 billion annually on leadership training that doesn't stick. So think about it. A proven process, a pragmatic curriculum, a steady progress over time approach, with success assurances so that your leaders retain what they learn. Hundreds of companies appreciate how living as a leader has transformed their people into effective, productive leaders. Why not build your own sustainable leadership culture?